Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Ticking Together. As always, the goal of this channel is to provide education about and to raise awareness as to what it's like living with Tourette syndrome. So for those of you that watched my last video and commented on my last video, thank you so much. However, I didn't really get the full message of what I wanted to say out there because it was spontaneous. I was on a rant, I was on a mission to get this word out there, and I didn't really get to say everything that I really wanted to say about the topic. So this is part 2 of why certain TikTok trends need to stop, especially in regard to the stigma surrounding Tourette syndrome. So for those of you new to my channel, my name is Carly, I'm 22 years old, and I was diagnosed with Tourette syndrome when I was 12. So it's been a little bit of a long journey with tics and comorbidities, but here I am today and I'm stronger than ever, and I have made this channel as my outlet to provide you guys with education and to raise awareness and to break the stigma. Oof. So if you want to help me with my goal, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel because that'd be heckin' awesome. So for those of you that didn't see my last video, it was basically about TikTok trends and Tourette syndrome and how harmful they are together. And like I said, if you haven't seen it, I will link it up there as well as down in my description, so check that out before you watch this if you want to see a very poorly worded rant on why I think TikTok trends like this need to stop. So before we start this part 2, I just wanted to show you guys a few things that I found doing some scouring, not even really scouring, just really quick searches on Google and YouTube, and I'm going to show you guys. So Exhibit A, Exhibit B, Exhibit C, and here are some more exhibits, which are titles from YouTube videos surrounding TikTok compilations and Tourette syndrome. Now with these, what do you notice right away? For me, I noticed 2 things. The first being that in almost all of the thumbnails, there are large swear words in the thumbnail that basically just, there's people with their tics and then there's large swear words surrounding them, which isn't very good. And let me tell you why. Coprolalia is the tic in Tourette syndrome patients that only 10 to 15% of us deal with. And this is the tic that causes involuntary utterances of swear words or socially unacceptable things. And like I said, only 10 to 15% of Tourette's people have this. And this is where it really irks me. These TikTok trend videos and their thumbnail compilations on YouTube have swear words blatantly shown in their thumbnail talking about Tourette syndrome. And while it is true that some of us with Tourette syndrome do swear, this is where the stigma comes into play. There is such a negative stigma surrounding Tourette syndrome across the world, and especially in the media. And on TikTok, with these compilation videos resurfacing on YouTube, it is basically allowing our stigma to regress and to make it seem like it's normal for everyone with Tourette syndrome to swear, and that that's all Tourette syndrome is, a swearing disorder. And let me tell you, that is not true. Do I need to say it again? 10 to 15% of people. That's a very small number. So that's the number 1 thing about what really irks me and what needs to stop. Number 2 is you will notice in almost all of the TikTok compilation videos surrounding Tourette syndrome that the word funny or cute or quirky is in the title next to the word Tourette's. Where do I even begin to say where this is wrong? This is really, really harmful to the community and to the stigma that is presented on Tourette syndrome. It is really, really harmful, and I don't think a lot of content creators realize how harmful it is. I read a comment on my last YouTube video from someone, and I will link them in the description because I don't remember their name offhand, but they made a really, really great comment that was basically saying, would you ever click a video that said funny anxiety attack or funny depressive episode or funny schizophrenia or funny bipolar? Like, why would you ever click that video? And what gives them the right to say that it's funny? And that was really what I wanted to get across in my last video, that Tourette syndrome isn't funny. It is a neurological disorder that 1 in 100 people are affected with, so it is pretty common. And tics are common, and they're not funny. They're painful, they're embarrassing, they're annoying, they're disruptive. There's so many things that you don't want to have, and so the fact that these TikTok compilation videos are getting all of these views for the wrong reasons, especially saying funny or like try not to laugh, that really is wrong. And I just want to get that out there to you guys, because a lot of people did comment on my last video saying that they did agree with this, and I think it's important to get the message out there. I'm never ever bashing the TikTok content creators, because it is amazing for them to share their stories and to feel comfortable talking about their tics and their comorbidities and their struggles, so I never ever am bashing them. They are not the problem here. The problem here is the big YouTube channels that are re-uploading people's struggles and re-uploading people's tics, re-uploading people's stories for clout and for saying, hey, this is funny. Again, would you ever watch a video that said funny panic attack or funny depression? These are all things that affect us mentally, and they're draining and they're hard to deal with, and it's important to note that Tourette syndrome is no different. It's not funny. It should never be laughed at unless the individual with it is giving you permission to laugh with them. You should never ever laugh at us. But you can laugh with us if it's okay with whoever posted the video, because sometimes it is fun to laugh at it, as long as it's in like a healthy way. I know lots of people have been doing the Tourette's versus egg challenge, and that's funny, but re-uploading it and trying to get views and saying like funny, not funny. So I'm really proud of myself for making my last video and for encouraging you guys to watch this one, because it's something that needs to be talked about and something that really needs to be stopped. And I know that some of these compilations do help individuals with Tourette syndrome to feel less alone, but you can do so much better than these compilation videos. You can go directly to the individual's TikTok account to watch them. You can watch educational videos like mine. There's so many really good YouTubers out there who share stories that are not necessarily funny but are real and raw, and I think that's more important than funny compilation trying not to laugh. So I think it's really wrong, and it definitely needs to be stopped or halted, because it's really making our goal of breaking the stigma, it's making it regress, and it's making it not as good as it was. Even though it was never good, it's making it worse. And again, these thumbnails with all of the swear words in huge bold text, like, that's not okay either. So it's important to note what you guys can do to help, and what you guys can do to help break the stigma, which is not watching these funny compilation videos, because they're not meant to be funny most of the time. Like, people's tics are, like I said, awful to deal with. They're not funny, so stop laughing at us. But in certain situations, it is okay to laugh with us. It's just, there's a fine line. And again, people on TikTok who are making these videos, like, good on them. Instead of watching compilation videos on YouTube where people are just trying to get views, go straight to the source on TikTok. And if you want to watch Tourette syndrome videos, watch them there, because there's so many great creators. But it's just the funny montages, the funny compilations, these are not okay, and they need to be stopped. So yeah, if you agree with me, I would love it if you would let me know in the comments, because this is just such an issue. And I know it's not the hugest issue in the world, but it is an issue that I think needs to be addressed more openly and publicly. TikTok needs to stop this, and the people that re-upload need to stop as well. So I feel like I said more in this video than my last video, more that I really needed to say. I appreciate you guys watching and listening to me and agreeing or disagreeing and letting me know how you feel about this topic, because it's touchy and it's difficult to talk about. I would love it again if you would subscribe to my channel if you want to learn the real raw truth about Tourette syndrome and what it's like living with it, because the goal of this channel here is to break the stigma, as I've said, and to provide you guys with real and raw education and awareness. So subscribe if you want. That'd be awesome. I would also love it if you would give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below letting me know if you agree or disagree. It doesn't really matter, but don't be problematic or rude, because that sucks. Or leave a comment down below saying hi if you want to be not problematic and just be awesome. I love hearing from you guys all the time. I'm always available at Ticking Clock on Instagram if you want to reach out to me and say hi. That's awesome. And yeah, this needs to stop, and I think this video can get that knowledge out there. Thank you for watching and have a great day.